Hello everyone! A while ago I did a video about misophonia. I feel this topic needs to be revisited as other senses can be aggravated too. There are so many that I think are overlooked. It's just not known about. Do you have any? Let's see. Let's start with touch. Have you ever seen someone, possibly with autism, in a woolly jumper? If your answer is no, there's a reason for that. If the answer is yes, how did they respond to it? Because I'm telling you now, I can't wear tights. I can't even wear pop socks. My mum would despair when I was a child in winter because I could only go out bare-legged, and this is because the sensation of wearing anything was not only itchy but very, very painful. My mum found an amazing solution. She bought me boots that were fluffy on the inside. These boots were amazing, and it meant I could be warm and not itchy, not scratchy, no irritation. I was a funny child because I did used to love wiry Jack Russells. I still do, but I like the fluffy ones too now. So if you see a child or just someone who's very, very tetchy in natural clothing, like wool or something, and it's a scratchy material like that, they might have autism or a sensory disorder. Moving on to hearing. I did a whole video on misophonia and sensory disorders for the ears. However, I know that there are different kinds of ear conditions. So again, if you see a person, adult or child, possibly uncomfortable in a loud situation, or with their hands over their ears or on their head, they might have misophonia, or they might have another condition, because there are a few ear sensitivity conditions. Although misophonia is the worst in my opinion, because all these other conditions tend to focus on either being annoyed by small noises or big noises. Misophonia is the condition where anything can annoy you, and it can make you very annoyed and snappy. Moving on to smell, I am not the most sensitive when it comes to my nose. However, there are neighbours in my street who use things that have CBD. I cannot take the smell or even the oil. That is enough to make me feel nauseous or even retch. Because I have autism, the ability to hold back how my body reacts is very difficult, and it's very impossible. My sense of smell is not the strongest. I know people who have a stronger sense of smell and a stronger reaction. But yet again, if you see someone with a strange reaction, it could be a sensory disorder. They may not be being impolite. Taste is a weird one, and again not my most shocking to my body. But some taste might be alright, but the texture is weird. For example, I like the taste of lychees, but they taste so much like white grapes. But because my eyes have seen them and have told me that they are one thing and they taste like another, my body can reject lychees. I can drink the juice because I like the taste, but my body is too confused to eat it. There are also things like I can't stand the taste of tomatoes because they're too tangy, but creamy tomato soup is delicious and I love it. So again, if you see a person who seems to react to some food, they might reject some food, sometimes violently. Again, they may not be being impolite. If they have a sensory disorder, they may not be able to control their reaction, and this might be why they behave the way they did. And finally, we come to sight. In my opinion, blindness is a sensory disorder. It's the most common one, and I'm sure that if you wear contact lenses or glasses, you know what I mean. There are different kinds of blindness like cataracts and glaucoma, things like that. It's the one that I think creeps up on us the most. It's the most common. This is why it's so easy to overlook it. A bit like smoking is drug taking, but when you think of taking drugs, you don't think of nicotine. It is drug taking, but no one thinks of it like that because it's so common. When you think of taking drugs, you tend to think of the harder things, the illegal things. But no one thinks of nicotine because it's just used everywhere. It's the same with eyesight. Sight loss is the one sensory disorder that everyone goes through most of the time. So when you think of sensory disorders, you might think of the hearing or the touch or even the smell, but no one thinks of sight loss as a sensory disorder. I think everyone here in one way or another has some kind of sensory disorder. I think it's good to talk about these things because then we can all help each other to cope. We could get a sense of what everyone is dealing with. If you're still here, then you're handsome and you're beautiful and well, I'm speechless. I'll let you know next time I see you. Over to the pets. Hello all, this is Sylvie. If you liked what you saw, then subscribe for more.
Hey everyone, my name's Bonjo. If you enjoyed yourself, then give it a thumbs up and share it with all your friends.
Hi everybody, I'm Jack, and if you had fun, then comment down below and let my mum know if you're growing anything.